Every person who did acting had to go through a lot of really hard auditions. But I think it's cool to share a story about the easiest audition because it's more fun, it's more positive. In middle school, I got a call and it was saying Verizon audition. So I went over there and I had no description, no background of what the audition was going to be, what the character was, who the other characters were, nothing. There was literally nothing there, just daytime be there. So I was thinking this is going to be like the hardest audition ever. There's no way I could be ready for this. It ended up being such a simple, nice audition. They just lined up a few guys who were auditioning in the room, and then they said, okay, here's the camera, look off camera, and then wave and smile. This was literally the audition. That's all it was. It was so simple, I couldn't even process it. I thought there was going to be a second round to it where we got out, we had like a moment to relax, and then they bring us back in for like another part. It didn't end up happening. Super easy, super simple. I loved that audition. And I was still nervous though throughout this whole audition until it was over, because only at the end I knew that it was really over and it was just a simple one-piece audition like that. So during, I was actually really nervous. I tried to cover it up and I think I did that pretty well. And besides the fact that we were all lined up and getting individually like framed audition over us, there was also a side room, and the side room was a one-way mirror. And they told us those are the executives and the, director, producers and all of that. So not enough we're getting recorded on our reactions, we're also getting watched live over there. So it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but overall it still was a super easy audition, so there was really nothing to complain about. A couple days after the audition, I got the call saying I got the role, and they gave all the details of where to be. And then the madness began, because that call came at like 10 p.m. The start time of where we had to be in the filming area was literally 4 a.m. So we had like no time for sleep. There wasn't GPS, not Google Maps, and not those little like handheld ones that today probably don't exist. So we were just like relying on maps and printed directions. And my mom and I are both not exactly perfect at navigation. So this was like some next level challenge for us. And on top of that, there was supposed to be orange signs that every couple of streets, when you get about, let's say 2-3 miles near the proximity of where you have to be, then they give you like these signs and they're like every couple of streets, take a left and take a right. And you know it's the right sign because it had like a code word on it. I think it was the school's name. Pretty much my mom and I were like an hour and a half late. Literally 10 minutes before we got there, I told my mom, just stop the car. I'm calling the agent. I don't even want to do this. There's no way we're going to find it. I felt terrible and everything just felt messed up. She was like, no, we're going to find this place. And we kept driving. Pretty much we got there like an hour and a half late. Luckily, what they told us was the start time wasn't the actual filming time. It was the time to prep before everything. So everyone got there, everyone ate something, got, the lines and stuff, and everyone just kind of got everything ready. And so it was a very rough journey, not at all as how smooth the audition was. The filming was literally brutal, and it lasted until like 2 p.m. So 4 a.m. till 2 p.m. The final release of the commercial looked hilarious. Everything looked normal until the very end, and the very end was just a bunch of people lined up because it was like a family and then a couple of people on a table near a barbecue. I was at the end, and so what ended up happening was the framing of the shot ended up covering half my face. So they didn't film it like this, they filmed it like this. So you end up seeing like half a face talking, and it was like Terminator. Yeah, it was definitely an experience, nothing to say about it. But regardless, I loved that audition, I loved the role. It was my first role I got, and I'm always gonna remember that.